Oh, that's kind of bright. There we go. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. I didn't have tacos today. I had a pork chop. So, this is Drake Takes, and we're getting ready to start Call from the Deep. Today is Tuesday, July 28th. And in game, it's the middle of summer. They're in Waterdeep. It's actually the 14th day of Flame Rule. It's about 11 p.m. They're waiting to meet a person, they don't even know who it is, at the Yawning Portal. So they got here a little late, later in the evening, and they are, uh, well, they were sitting around and enjoying some beverages. Uh, as I'm going to switch over to the screen. And you can see that they're in the Yawning Portal, and there's a bar fight going on. Bar fight.
Yes.
So, if you remember last time, there are several groups of individuals in the bar, not counting the characters. Over in the top left corner, there were the group of 10 bandits with their 3 Minotaur cronies. And then at the bar were 3 lizard folks who apparently think a bar fight is an excuse to kill people. You don't know. They look pretty vicious over there. And there's some orcs that were at the table kind of next to you or catty corner to you that did some pilfering and then kind of got into a bet. One of them's over getting buddy buddy with Nostagamus over there. Tried to pick his pocket, and Nostagamus just wants to have a good time. So currently, Ember and another bandit are slowly falling to the entrance to Undermountain, uh, or AKA Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So he's ready to do his own adventure. He's going off without the party. He's like, screw it, we're switching campaigns right here in the middle, going to
Split the
Undermountain.
party.
Split the party. And I think there's the bandit that's falling is unconscious, is he not? He's like, ugh. I don't even think he's on the map anymore. He's just floating down. And let's see. The W's are waitresses. The D is the bartender, and then there's the bouncer, the veteran over here by the bar that's getting accosted by the lizard folk. But we were in midstream last time. And does anybody have any questions? Everybody kind of good? As we start off with Krell at the top of the round, who's flying around the Yawning Portal. He's got his whip out. And what's he going to do?
All right. Well, Krell is going to rescue his friend, but he knows that if he flies down, that's going to take too long because he's falling and he's like 60 feet down at this point. So he is going to use his very cool armor and disappear in Dimension Door down and grab Ember and then use the rest of his turn, his movement, um, to to fly back up as far as he can with Ember. So he's gonna pop down in a puff of smoke and grab Ember, and then fly his way up to the rim as close to there as I can get in one round.
Um, he fell 60, so, and you can fly 60, right?
50.
50, and you're flying up with a fat boy on attached that's wearing a silk robe. And do you
Made out of
like,
stone.
do you tear his silk robe? Do you tear his silk
Yeah,
robe?
but I have still have feather fall on, so I'm light as a feather.
No, I think as soon as you stop falling, you no longer have feather fall on you anymore. That's the whole point in feather fall. It makes you
I
fall.
can lift 390.
Yeah, no, I
so-
don't think you're going to have a problem lifting. I just think you're just going to be a little slower at it. So I'm going to give you
Oh, yeah.
25 movement, half movement
Okay.
to fly straight up. And,
That's
well,
fine.
you could dash too. Oh, you had to use an action, or is that a bonus action?
Dimension door is 1 action.
Oh, it allows you to cast it. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right,
you can
so,
use it to cast this as an action.
So yeah, you are 20, 60,
So
30.
if he was
yeah.
60 feet down,
Just call
and
it
that means
20
I'm
down.
20 feet up. 20 down. All right.
Yeah. 20 down. You're making your way up. You're like, you know, you can't do
And
your
I'm
claw
flying
attacks unless you're
Toward
dropping.
this side, so I can drop Ember off over here.
Yeah, you can come up wherever you want. So move your feller where you're gonna end up. Yeah. Yeah, let's actually put you in that square. Boop. Yeah, Ember 2. All right, and I think that's it. So these are gonna pop up until I get them where I want them. Did you guys hear the round change?
Yeah, I heard a little
Here,
bell.
I'll play it
Ding.
again.
I need to.
Yeah,
start
bicycle.
fire escape.
Bicycle bell.
Yeah, that's the turn changing each NPC. All right, so beautiful torso. He is fighting with his goblin on the ground. Or I don't think the goblin's on the ground, but oh, he's got him by the leg. So he's gonna try to kick him off of him. He's like, "Get off of me, you stupid little clean-eye goblin!" And he crits him. Oh.
Oh,
So he just comes down. He picks up a platter on the table next to him, and he just like bashes it on top of this goblin's little head, and it goes clang. And let's see if it knocks him out or not. Oh yeah, it knocks him right to the ground like a freaking pile driver. He's like, poof, the goblin's like, poof, falls down onto the ground. Exciting Pants is just hopping up and down on this bar stool. Just watching, right? I think that's what he's been doing. He's just been hanging out and watching. So that's what he's gonna do. Actually, he's gonna actually ready to watch. That's what he's doing. Oh. Well, I guess you know when I pass the turn on a mob, right? Is a bell ring. I'm trying to get it so you guys, when the bell rings, you start drooling because you know it's your turn. Oh, so this guy is actually how did Squall get way over there?
I've been over there.
I thought you were toe to toe with a Minotaur. Huh.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch the rewind, the review, the play again, playback. Yeah.
I did watch it. You were asking him a question, I think. Don't you have an axe? Do you have an axe?
No, I never. I don't think I did anything
that.
with the axe with him.
I think he's got that spirit weapon, the spirit hammer there next
He
to
does.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does have spiritual weapon out. I know that, and he smacked him in the nose.
Yeah, I was standing here, but for some reason, I can't remember what happened. I moved back. I don't know, but I kind of remember moving. But hell, I can't move it. Tokens are locked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only way it happened is if I drug.
I
the
just don't
token over
remember.
there.
Yeah, you could have drug it over. I don't care.
Yeah.
Move me up there. We'll dance.
Well, let's see. If it's low number anyways, you're not over there. So let's just do it. Let's let fate decide. It's a high number, so you're over there, because he's taking a swipe at you. He's like, "You're making the weapon hit me in the nose." Ouch. And he takes a backhand at you. Like, whoosh, this big freaking Minotaur pulse whizzes over your head like whoosh. You duck under it. You're like, oh. And Crimson leg, big crimson leg. He's got like a red sash on his leg. He's over here wrestling around with one of these goblins, frosted pinkbeard goblin, and he misses messing around with him. Ember, you're like wee, going for a ride, getting lifted up out of the yawning portal. So
Thank you for the
a
assist.
moment, you almost got to put on your resume, explored the dungeon of the Mad Mage, but Krell took that away from you.
Knight's still young.
Night is still young. That hole is still there.
So I'm going to
Splattered on the
ready.
floor.
I'm going to ready a flame, and if I see that when I get back up, if I see that somebody is attacking one of my friends, I will throw fire at them.
Ready. He's holding it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna blast somebody. So Fashionable Blouse is he's like trying to. He doesn't like this distressed Snigger Minotaur, right? And he's trying to get him to fall in. So he gives this guy a what two? He's like, the guy's too big. He turns around and starts looking at him. Puny human, you can't hurt me. I am Minotaur. Oh, and Minotaur goes to grab him. You fall in pit now. and tries to grab him and succeeds. He picks him up by the scruff of his jacket, right? His blouse. He's wearing a blouse. He just picks him up by his fashionable blouse. And up over his head. He's got him grappled. He's going to chuck him in, you think. But he doesn't have anything that allows him to do. Oh, and he's going to step off of the edge. So he kind of switches position. And got that guy by the scruff. Holding him out over the edge. You go in now. Scuzzer.
I think Scuzzer's going to take a swing at this weak Minotaur here with a belaying pin.
A belaying pin. Oh. Oh, it turned into a bowling pin mid-swing. And you catch this guy right in the back of the ankle. I don't know how you hit him in the ankle, but you hamstring him.
And is he already wounded?
Weak? Is that his name?
Yeah. Minotaur weak.
He is wounded. Although you have the effect that will automatically do it if he is wounded, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You got that.
On turn, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Kent. It works well. Look, see? There it is.
All right, and he's gonna come with the backhand on him too.
Uh-oh. And you connect with a backhand, so you're just whipping his ass with his bowling pin. Like Woody Woodpecker sound going on. Brrrr.
That's the end of Scuzzer's turn. That'll teach you to pick on Squall.
Yeah, damn you.
What's this bard doing? He's invisible. He's under the table. He kind of started this whole thing. They want him dead. I think he's going to step up here and Thunderwave on their butts. 15-foot cone originating. 15-foot cone? Oh, not that one. This one. Something like
15-foot
that?
cube.
Cube?
Thunderwave is a cube.
Oh shit, it is a cube. I need to get my glasses fixed. Shit, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, that's a bad move. He thinks about blasting him with Thunder Wave, and he does Vicious Mockery on one of them. That sounds about right. He stays under there and he does Vicious... Well, if he does Vicious Mockery, though, and his spell ends, invisibility. Yeah, he can't help himself. This guy, Big Crimson Leg. He says nothing. Your mom was a human. That wasn't funny. Uh-oh, Curvy Orc. This is the one that's like teetering on the edge, right? It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, she does it like a little flip, like catches herself and does a little flip and lands back over here onto the ground. And she sees this Minotaur all kind of out of balance and stuff. And he's like hunched over, swinging at Squall. So she reaches down and she freaking tries to get a hold of his underwear. She's like she's gonna give him an atomic wedgie. Atomic wedgie coming in. She get a hold of it.
Minotaur skid marks.
Oh yeah, she gets a hold of his band, and she separates his boys nicely. And she gives him an atomic wedgie. She like pulls his underwear up over his horns. He's like, whoa! He's pissed. His underwears are hanging off of his horn. Durnan. He's got his crossbow out. What kind of crossbow is it? It's a heavy crossbow, so he's reloading his crossbow, right? That's about all you can do on the next round, isn't it? Can you load a crossbow and shoot it in the same round? A heavy crossbow?
If
Oh,
he's
that's
got
right.
the feet.
You don't have no stinking feet.
Hell, he's a retired adventurer, man. He's a badass.
No, you can shoot one around. You just can't shoot multiple unless you have the feet.
Yeah. Yes.
So he takes a shot over at, like tries to hit the leg of the chair that Cursed Stream is standing on, but it just sticks into the leg. It doesn't knock it over. Thunk! He's like, get off the furniture. Clean Eye. This is the one that's fighting this bandit over here, and he's gonna try to kick him in the nuts. So he jerks his leg up real quick and catches him right in the groin. He's like, ah, 7 points of damage, right in the bad boys. The guy's eyes squint. He kind of hunches over. Squall.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is bonus action bash this guy with, what the heck? Oh, get it over here on combat. There we go. With the spiritual weapon. And miss. And what's going on here? Rolling dice. You know, I think I'm gonna move right to here, where the spiritual weapon is.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to drink a potion of Stone Giant Strength.
Stone Giant Strength. Uh-oh. So, as you're guzzling this potion down, the music starts playing from Popeye. And your arms start getting big. Your veins start popping out. You like, it looks like Boner Squall or
Hand
something.
over
I don't know.
fist.
It's like
Hand over fist from a heavy metal movie.
your head changes color. And Painted Ear starts laughing a little bit at Bandit beautiful torso that just got hit in the nuts. And he like tries to grab a hold of this goblin. He's trying to grab him. This button. No, this button. No. One of these buttons works. A grab. Oh, and he gets a hold of him. So he like grabs him out from under the table and he like picks him up and he like slams him down on top of the table. He's like, "Quit biting me in the legs!" The little goblin's squirming and kicking, yelling stuff in goblinoid. Oh wait, yeah, that was the bandit. And then inaccurate, yeah, I'm not saying that one. Unreliable voice, that's his name. We're just taking that first part out right now. Watch this. I have the power. I'm the DM. Shoop. There we go. Unreliable voice. So he's like, "You guys, I am." Sounds like he's going through Minotaur puberty or something. He looks real young. His horns aren't fully developed or anything. He's laughing, right? This is the one that's been laughing at this guy, Fashionable Blouse. He's like, look, there's something crawling up down there. I think it's an Engorgio. Throw it at him. We don't need no stinking monsters. and he's giving this guy the help action. That's what he's doing. If somebody could do me a quick favor and drop the help on Distress Snigger. Oh, wait. I got something open.
I got it. So I got it.
There we go. Yeah, you should have. I didn't want to pass the turns since we were in combat, so I couldn't preset up all my windows to pop up where I want them to with the new extension. So
He's been helped.
Thank you.
Double helped.
All right. All right.
All right, I'm taking mine off.
So the veteran is, he's got multi-attack, 2 longswords attack, and a short sword attack. So he pulls out 2 like clubs, and he just starts going off on these 2 lizard folks. I ask you to settle down. Hits them each once with the big one, or tries to, then tries to gut punch the one in the robe, the fashionable robe one. Oh, and it does. Gives him a little gut check. Rude, stern voice. He's like Gilbert Godfrey, but being assertive. Rude, stern voice. I can't do a Gilbert Godfrey.
Up all night, Gilbert Godfrey. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. My name's Stern Voice. Half-whack.
Oh yeah, he's throwing shit. That's what he's doing. He's back here, he's throwing shit. So he like picks up a mic stand and he chucks it at this guy over here.
A mic stand.
So this mic, who did he hit? Painted Ears. Oh, the one that's got the goblin up on the table and he's got him pinned down. He trucks this mic stand in the base of it, hits this guy right in the head. Bonk! Down he goes like a brick. Thud. He goes down prone. And let's see what kind of damage he did to him with this freaking... Oh, yeah. So this mic stand just knocks this guy totally unconscious. I mean, he's unconscious before he falls on the ground. He's like, "Good." The goblin looks up and he goes, "Thanks." In Goblin, if you speak Goblin. Nystagmus.
All right, so first Nystagmus sees Squall drink this potion and then like Popeye, and so he wants to help him out. He turns to this his orc buddy next to him and like, shows his empty bottle and he's like, "I'm out. I gotta go get another one." So he walks over here, still pretending to be drunk, next to the Minotaur, and tries to distract the Minotaur by ordering. And he says, "Yeah, I'll take another one of these and a meat and cheese tray while you're at it." And gives the help action to Squall.
And let's see how well people believe you. Oh yeah, yeah, you do a great job. I mean, even Squall thinks you're drunk now. He's like, "What?"
Nystagmus, Nystagmus, man.
He looks down at his muscles. He's like, "I am fit now." And he looks at you, and you're all like, "Hey," your hair's all standing up, or your fins all kind of willied. You know, it's like floppy.
Wilted over.
Willied. Your fins like your willy. It's
Willied. I just made up a new slang term, guys. Welcome to America. I just made up willied. Cursed Stream Lizard. I like this, that these pop up. I really do. I love it. I love it. Let's see. I don't need that anymore. Cursed Stream Lizard. Where the hell is this lizard dude? Oh, he's the one on the bar hissing. And he sees this. Yeah, he's going to come scrambling down the bar and give Durin some piece of his mind because he shot at him. And let's see, what does he get? Multi-attack, 2 melee attacks each with a different weapon. So he comes up and he tries to hit him with his club, and he misses him with the club. And you see Durin reloading his crossbow, and he reaches down and tries to bite him in the hand on his crossbow. And he grabs hold of his hand. He's like, bites down on Durin's hand for like 3 points of damage, but enough to make him kind of pause on reloading his crossbow. He's like, all right, that's it. You see him looking around for other weapons now. Plus size shirt. Oh, you did move. I was worried about you making your performance roll and all. What did you do when you got over there?
Oh yeah, I ordered from the Minotaur like he was a waiter.
Oh.
Some more
Yeah.
wine and some meat and cheese.
The Minotaur's got underwear, his own underwear hanging off his horn. He's kind of half seeing. He's looking behind him because the guy that just gave him the wedgie, and you like tap him on the like the axe. Ting ting ting. Excuse me, I need to order. And he turns, kind of looks. His underwear stretch out because he's turning his big head, and he looks at you, and says, "1 minute. I'll be right with you." And the one, the orc over, he's like, hey, he's drinking the wine that you gave him. He's just guzzling. Now he's drinking out of the bottle. He's just glug, glug, glug. He burps. Hey, give me some nachos. And he sits down and looks at you like hungrily. Frosted pink beer. This poor little guy trapped over here in the corner. He's like, he tried to get his beard to turn white, but he had a piece of red leather caught up in it, and it dyed his whole beard pink. So he's a little disappointed in his beard. But he tries to bite this guy in the knee. Big crimson leg. Oh, so he misses his knee. The guy jumps back, and the guy bites him where you're not supposed to get bit. But, like, right next to it, like, immediately, like, boys were smushed up against the goblin's face. And if he survives, he's going to be frightened. Oh, yeah, so he is frightened of him for a round. Yeah, frightened. Where's it at? A, B, C, D, E, F. I can't spell. There it is. On Crimson Leg. I'd be a little scared too if somebody almost bit me in the boys. Where's this guy at? Oh, he's way up there.
That is quite the sound effect.
Right? That's a good one. Did it scare you a little? Were you frightened? Stubby legs. This is the guy that's like totally inebriated, isn't he? He's like sitting over there trying to eat something. He's like, it's always the little short, stubby guys that get the drunkest. Have you ever noticed that? Every time I used to go somewhere with my army buddies, the little short, stubby, they would just drink and drink and drink and drink, and then you're carrying their. Well, fortunately, they were short and stubby, so it wasn't so hard to carry back to the barracks. Actually, he is going to attempt to stay conscious. So he's going to roll a Constitution saving throw. Saving throws are a shift, right? Yeah. Did that do it? Yeah. He is semi-conscious, so he's like, the DC was a 10, so he just barely made it with a 10. So he's like, he's almost done, and he's like, picks up another drink and takes a sip. That's where a 10's at. He's like, this is great. It's like a drive-in.
Did you know
Talking to himself.
intoxicated is in effect in Fantasy Grounds?
Oh, it is. That's right. Let's do it.
Intoxicated, is drunk.
Intoxicated. Yep.
Let's do it. It is. I'm doing it. Intoxicated on stubby leg. He's like, hey, good burp. And the guy sitting next to him, he's like, man, are we going to get some nachos? Those nachos look really good. I'm starving, man. I'm really starving. Hey, look, Tommy over there. I'm going to step over. Hold on. I think this goblin's got some crackers in his pocket. And he, like, grabs a hold of this goblin. Or tries to. What the hell?
Where's my captain's wafers?
Oh, I'm trying to, even Sven's got me. I'm trying to drop it on the Phantasmal Force. I'm like, what the hell? I keep dropping it. I'm like, I know I'm hitting it. It says Phantasmal Force. Pink, yeah, so he like steps over there and takes a punch at Pink Beard.
I don't like your beard.
Oh, and smacks him up against the wall right next to the door there. And down goes Pink Beard. I'm not saying that. What the hell? Ubiquitous smile. Ubiquitous smile. I know what it is. I just can't say it.
Sequels.
Yeah, that word. Obsequious. Who came up with these words? Huh? If you're watching, you can make it a little more simpler for us DMs. No, players can't pass their familiars. Oh yeah, they can now, can't they? They can now. I didn't even think about the NPC, the familiar applications. I was just thinking NPCs. Oh, this is a guy under the table. He's biting. Oh no, he's on the table now. And so he stands up on the table and he jumps up in the air at the Crimson Leg guy and totally misses and lands on the ground in front of him. Prone. Lizard fashionable robe. These lizards all have nice robes on and stuff. I don't know what they're doing in town, right? What are these lizard folks doing in here? What are they doing?
Causing trouble.
If I put a... Never mind. Oh, we'll figure it out. Lizard folk, fashionable robe is going to try to bite at... Oh, and he gets a hold of... So he grabs a hold of the dude's arm, right? The bouncer's arm. He bites down on it. And then he, like, swings this club at his legs. And smacks him in the legs with his club. The veteran's like, getting mad. You can see he's about to drop these clubs. So far, everyone's being somewhat civil. No one's broke out Fireball or anything yet, so. Chopped bristles. They're just like biting and scratching at this veteran, the doorman. Oh, freaking. So the lizard folk takes this club and he smacks the guy in the nose with it. I mean, just so hard. You hear the nose break. Blood splatters all over his face, and he is paralyzed for a round. And let's drop that damage on. Oh, let me throw paralyzed on. I don't think it's going to drop him since I'm already here. Where's he at? There he is. Oh no, that's... There's so many people in the combat tracker. I'm going to have to do it on the token. Move that. Drop that. Did that work? Yeah. And damage. Jesus. What do we got on the combat tracker? 30 people?
Lots.
Heavy club to the nose. 8 points of damage. Yeah, I don't know. I think weapons might be coming out. Here goes the new round. Listen to the new round sound. Ding, ding. There was another sound in the mix. Scuzzer.
So, yeah, Scuzzer's gonna whack this guy again. You're gonna hit him with the second hand.
Oh. He's weak. Oh, he was already weak. Squall.
And tell
I don't know.
Squall, take care of him.
Well, you know what I'd like to do is grapple the dude.
All right, give me an athletics check. Or acrobatic. Oh no, it's athletics for the grab.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is going to take into consideration that I've got Rob's potion of stone giant strength effect on, so let's see what happens here.
+6. +4 effect.
Yeah.
How does it sound? Is that right?
I should have a strength of 23.
What's your
23
normal
is like a-
athletics bonus?
My normal athletics, I'm not proficient in it.
That's a
So normal
+6?
bonus is +2.
So the effects is giving you a +4. I think that's right.
Yeah. You know what I'd
So
like
you
to
get
do
a
is
whole-
spend my. Well,
Oh no, I
gonna
have to
spend my
oppose it. Oh, you want to roll it again?
yeah, I'm
well,
gonna
you're
spend
supposed
my
to do it
inspiration
before,
just
but-
to
My
make
son's this
sure.
high.
Well, I don't know what I've rolled though, so
Yeah.
is it all right or no?
Yeah, go for it. All right, that's much better. And he has to oppose it. That's the weak guy, right? That's who you're grabbing?
Minotaur weak.
So he's going to use his strength check to oppose it, and he's got an 18 strength. So I rolled a 13, which gives me a 17. Fortunately, you used your advantage or your inspiration and got a 24. So you get a hold of this guy. So you like grab a hold of him. And do you have extra attack? No.
No, I can attack with my spiritual
Yeah, you
weapon
can hold.
if I want to. Yeah.
So you
So-
grab a hold of him by the horn that's got the underwear on it.
Now, can you grapple a person and drop prone, or grapple them and push them, or does that take an extra action?
It takes extra action, but yes, you can do that. It's called the shove action, and we'll do a strength
Right.
check. If it succeeds, you can either push him 5 feet, or you can push him prone. Those are.
Oh, and you know what? I had advantage on that anyway because you were helping me. I should have had advantage on it. I used my inspiration. Oh well. Okay, so right now I just got a hold of him. Good enough.
Does help
I
give you
will
advantage
bash
on
with-
a check? Yeah. Yeah. So keep your inspiration. I'll give you your inspiration back.
Okay. I want to move the spiritual weapon around here
Give him some love.
while I got a hold of him. You bet. Let's give him a little thump to the side of the head. That's level 2 spell, right? Right. That's a miss.
And you can go ahead and apply grapple to him if you want.
Awesome. Which means I'm grappled too, I believe. Is that
No.
correct?
No, it is
No,
not.
just him. Okay.
Nystagmus. Now he can try to grapple you, and then you're both grappled.
Right.
And you can try to move. If you move, you can take him with you at half speed. But he's a size category bigger than you. That might make a difference.
Well, all
Two
I
strength
wanted.
categories.
So if I moved and I went over this railing right here, I could take him basically and just drop him down that hole.
You could.
Can I do that this round though?
Yeah, he'll get a save to try to grab a hold of the banister. But other than that,
Okay. So yeah, Nystagmus kind of comes up and I'm like, tie your shoes. And he kind of falls down and I just grab a hold of him and shove him right over into the well. And if he falls, I'm going in after him.
well, no, actually, you could jump in and pull him down.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. So you come, you jump over, and you start to pull him in with you. This is the not him. Where were you there? So
Yeah.
you have movement, right? So you grab a hold of him and you run and you jump off the stool there and step up on the railing and just jump off, pulling this Minotaur's horn with you as you go. And he let me check his dex save. And so his other horn catches on the railing, and you go to slip out of his hand, and the underwear are slippery on his horn, and you're gonna have to roll an athletics at disadvantage to stay holding on him next round.
Oh. Okay.
If you
okay.
if you don't do something else, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I've got my boots of flying too, so.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So to
You're
me, it's
slipping.
like-
The underwear
Yeah.
is slipping. You're slipping on his horn. You're like, whoa, oh, and you can like start up your little, whatever. Because I think that's a free action, anyways. Nystagmus.
Okay, so I
You
see
see
I
this
see Squall
Minotaur
do
in front of you, right? He's like hanging. He's caught onto the railing. Like his horn is caught onto the railing, right? And Squall's got a hold of the other horn, and he's trying to pull him off of the railing. And you can see that he's got a hold of the underwear, and they're like going
Ink, 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 ink.
down the thing, right in front of you.
All right, so does it? His horn is stuck on the railing, and that's
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah,
All
just
right,
his horn.
so I take a look over at that, and I go, "Let me give you a hand with that." And I to the Minotaur, thinking I'm helping him, or at least pretending, and I grab his horn and just yank it out and throw him off into the pit.
All right, give me it's gonna be a strength. There's a lot of weight on that horn.
Athletics check.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not strong enough. You're like, it's too much pressure. You like look down at the chair and you think you can use the chair for leverage, maybe. Like get it up under there. Plus size shirt. He's like, he gets up and he starts going through some more stuff over here. It's like, These people are like sitting there still, and he just gets up and starts like takes something off of the table and sits back down. They're like, "Hey, he stole more of our stuff." He starts looking at it. He took some French fries off their plate too. Corral.
All right. Well, I'm getting him all the way up, getting Ember all the way up to the landing. And at half movement, I should be able to get him up there this round.
That will trigger my ready to action to attack the Minotaur.
Drake pause.
No, I'm sorry. My mom texted me. What were we doing?
So I'm flying up to the ledge with Ember, and his triggered action will go off.
Ember's triggered action will go off. Ember, I think you're gonna take it out on the Minotaur, don't you? I mean,
Yep.
he before you even get to the edge, you can see his big mug hanging down. So, you take aim. What do you have readied?
Ball of fire. Produce flame.
Produce flame. So you go ahead and roll to hit the Minotaur. But if you hit, you're gonna hit his horn and break him free. Damn. An 11. Doesn't hit. So like you hit the wall next to him. Pff, little puff of smoke blows up in his face, and he snorts. Is Krell going like becoming a landlubber? What's he doing?
No,
He
no,
landed?
he's just. I'm assuming he flew up to make sure Ember
I
was
think
on
he
there.
kind of has to land a little, take a
Yeah,
quick little
to get him
break. He's
safely
like,
But he still wants to take his action. Now, the lizard folk were the most aggressive, right? Like everyone else seems to be just knocking each other out, but they were intent to kill.
they so far they really haven't like, other than clubbing this guy, they really haven't done a whole lot and biting him, but they do look vicious. They do. They're not drunk and having fun. They're pissed off and confused. You know what I mean? It's a little different attitude.
All right. Well, I am going to take a couple of shots at some of them.
Yeah, you can like blast like. So you blast like the dishes off the table in front of that guy, and it goes. All these dishes blast against him. I mean, unless you were like aiming for the jugular. Yeah, you're doing bar
If anything,
stuff.
I would be aiming for like legs,
Yeah.
non-lethal type.
Yeah,
Pinning
so
his tail to the bar.
Yeah, so a plate like flies off the table as you shoot it and hits him right in the side of his lizard skull, and he goes "Goop," and he goes down. Clud.
Now the guy on top of the bar.
So yeah, you go to lock in your crossbow, and it hits and bounces off the crossbow and goes bloop and falls down into the hole. You can subtract that bolt forever. No 50% for that one.
All right, then I'm going to action surge.
Well, maybe you can get it. Maybe you can. You can make a note.
And
Shot bow in Dungeon of Mad Mage.
it's my new moniker. All right, try that again.
Oh, that's much better. So you hit the one in the bar, right in the side of the leg, and it like trips him up, and he falls, and his head hits the frickin' bar, Dursh, like a ton of bricks, and then he falls and knocks over the bar stool, and lands on the ground.
And then lastly, I will take my bonus action.
Chop bristles. So I don't know. It's
And then
He
I'm
had,
done.
he had 1 hit point.
I mean, and then Krell goes, and points at them all.
I'll give Durnan a thumbs up.
And Durnan's like looking around like, what the hell just happened? You guys got all these arrows and jugs and stuff flying around and stuff. It's just going everywhere. Curvy orc. What the hell was she doing over there? Oh, she was trying to get the Minotaur over, wasn't she? So she picks up a chair. And she swings this chair at this Minotaur. And when she picks up the chair, it catches on the table. And you can hear her back go. And she like hunches over. And she says in Orcish, "My sciatica!" And she gives herself one level of exhaustion. As she does that. Ew. And the chairs are a little heavier than they appear, by the way. Well, he's got a hold of this guy, right? This guy didn't get to go. Poor fella. I think I'm just gonna, he's just gonna quit grappling, right? He just opens his hands and. Oh, this guy definitely is going to get his... Oh, shit, I'm falling. Let me try to grab a hold of the edge save. And he does not.
Wilhelm scream.
So, yeah, so he goes down, and you hear him get all the way to the bottom, and he goes... and the
Splat.
And the Minotaur looks over the edge, and he says,
Oh, yes, that's delicious.
that one needs to get turned up. Unreliable voice is like, I never did find out how deep the Yawning Portal is. Does anybody know off the top of their
120 feet, I think.
head?
Is it 120?
Thought it was
I
more.
think so. I
And
got my
falling-
Dungeon of Mad Made Wood right here. Let me look.
Falling is D6, right? Or D8 in 5e? D6, I think.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing 140 feet on the inner.
140.
Yep, it's a 140-foot shaft.
All right, so fashionable blouse when he hits the bottom. They should have that coded, right? Should have that somewhere. Should have that coded
Non-lethal
somewhere.
damage, right?
Non-lethal 140-foot fall. He's got a nice soft landing. There's a gelatinous cube at the bottom.
Yeah, we're just gonna take him out because there's no way. Oh, I need to take that guy out too. Hey, this is shortening it up a little. What? Who is?
We're
it?
just trying to help
Fashionable-
you, Drake.
I know, you're doing great. Got rid of that guy, so he's like, inadequate voice. He's like, "Can we fight again, Dad? Can we fight again?" Oh, look, an orc. And he runs over that way. Tries to. I'm gonna throw this one in. Tries to grab a hold of this orc. Doesn't really talk like that. I'm just giving you the. Talks like a minotaur, but a juvenile minotaur. Athletics on the orc. Oh no, it's not on the orc. It's just an athletics. No, it does not get a hold of him. Durnan puts his crossbow away. Starts making his way over here. Now with a big ass quarterstaff or whatever. He's like, I told you to break it up. And weak Minotaur is hanging by his horn with Marbanya on him, right? So he is going to... You don't have your boots going yet, do you?
No, I don't intend to have them going yet.
And you're like pulling on him. Like you're like trying to pull him in. I think he's going to try to break out of your grip. He's thinking he's going to drop you in there, so.
Right.
So
is
he's
that
going to do an
contested
athletics.
strength?
Yeah, he's trying to. No, I think it is contested. It has to be. You
But
got an
contested
angle on
strength or
him.
athletics?
Athletics, or dex.
Okay.
What acrobatics? I think one. Oh, yeah, no. All right, so he goes to lift you up, and you got your legs planted firmly now, and the underwear have caught on the hook of his horn, right? And you now wrap your hand around these underwear, and they're caught on his horn now, and you got a hold of him good. And then you look down, and there's some brown streaks on those underwear.
Slippery underwear. You got your hands all over them.
Like,
Just change his name right now to Slippery Underwear.
exciting pants. He's like, this is great. He's sitting on the bar stool, jumping up and down. Ubiquitous Smile Goblin. He's still on this guy. And he's going to try to... he picks up a broom that's leaning up there and takes a swipe at him with it. Oh, catches this guy right upside the forehead. And
Damn.
and you hear teeth smash. And he, before he falls, he turns around and he spits out like 4 teeth. And then he falls down on the ground. The goblin's like, and gives him an ubiquitous smile. So he kind of starts to make his way towards these minotaurs. And he's like, take it outside. And moves over and tries to manhandle this minotaur. I don't know if he's going to do a very good job at it, but no. Can't even get a hold of him. He's like, I'm going to have to get some help. And Clean Eye is, him and this other guy have been going back and forth. Beautiful torso. These goblins are just ruthless, man. I'm going to get me some roadie goblins. So this is the one that got hit in the nuts last week, or last turn. And now this guy, this goblin, grabs the chair leg and, pulls it through him and trips him completely up. The guy falls and knocks himself out onto the ground.
The goblins are handling themselves pretty well.
Yeah,
over
right.
there.
The goblins are fine. Can we get rid of the Phantasmal Force one?
Well, I was waiting
Go.
to see
He's gone.
if my ability will allow me to keep using it or not.
Oh, well, you can bring him back up. Starved Bandit. He comes running over here. He doesn't want these goblins to get the better of him. He's like, hey, that was my buddy. And he tries to smack this goblin and misses. Goblins are going to take out the whole damn fight. Ember.
So as an illusionist at 6th level, it says you can use your action to change the nature of the illusion. Does that allow me to change the target?
No,
Okay.
it would tell
So
you
no.
you're allowed to move it, but you
So
can
the
change
Phantasmal
the
Force is gone then.
way it looks, right? If you wanted to. Oh, because the guy's dead, unconscious.
Correct.
Got
It
ya.
only does 1d6 per round, and it only affects one person. That's why I was hoping to be able to tweak it. So I'm going to move around over there.
This square.
And I'm actually just going to come down over here and sit in the chair. And watch the action. My friends get in trouble, then I'll try to help, but they look like they're handling themselves just fine.
So the bard, he crawls out
Picking
from
up
under
somebody
the
else's
table.
beer.
Yeah, other people beer is always a drunk thing that people do. So yeah, so the bard comes out from under the table, and he gets back up on his little bear rug thing there, and he picks up a lute and he continues playing. And then Stubby Leg attempts to stay conscious. And damn. Does another shot. As he rolled a 19 and a 20 with disadvantage. Much slide. He's gonna regret it tomorrow. Scuzzer.
So this this Minotaur in front of me, is he still like halfway in and halfway out?
Yeah, he's got his horn caught. Barbania's got his underwear is caught on his the hook on his end of his horn, and Scuzzer's or Squall's got it wrapped around his wrist, and he's like pulling real as hard as he can. His muscles are flexing, and you can hear this railing going.
So Scuzzer wants to give him a boot in the ass.
So, do you want to help?
Yeah, I want to give him a boot in the ass.
You want to give Squall the help action? Is that what you're looking to do? Give him advantage on
Yeah,
his
I think
roll?
so.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you need to be adjacent though, so all you gotta do is move up. Yep.
Bend down, pick up his legs, and lift him up.
Yeah, you're giving him the help. So go ahead and apply the help action to Squall. And it's fourth lace. It's the fourth lace in Gorgio. It's up there that far. Unreliable voice is taking a dance with Kirby here, huh? He's like, oh, that's right. He's trying to throw the orc in. Sees his buddy about to get pulled in, so takes just a punch at this chick. He doesn't know it's a chick, I guess. I don't know. It's an orc chick. And clocks her like hardcore. I mean, you guys hear like it hits her so hard that her ponytail snaps, you know? Like and she just crumbles like, oh, thud. And then he steps up, trying to help. Gonna try to help Weak get up, but can't get a hold of him this round because he uses action. The Bard will cast Sleep. What's the range of sleep? 20
Like
feet.
90, isn't it?
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range. So yeah, he's gonna do that guy. Oops, I need to. Where's the bard? Token. That guy. What the hell? Oh. Alright, so he's gonna target those guys. 5d8. Oh, I haven't used sleep. Is that... So 29 hit points, is that the way it works here? Let's see.
You
Starting
start
with the
lowest
closest
hit
one.
points. Yep.
So starved. Starved has 11, so he is asleep. Well, this is kind of a pain in the butt, huh?
When you have 50 people in the combat tracker, yeah.
It's thinned out quite a bit compared to what it was.
And so, how much was it? 29. So that's 17 left. Stubby leg back there has 11. So yeah, 22. So can only do 2 of them, but that's okay. So stubby leg is unconscious as well. And so the bard does a
Stubby leg
lullaby
must have passed out.
and
'cause
puts
he was
2 of them
intoxicated.
asleep. Yeah, he had disadvantage on that roll. And he puts them to sleep. Nystagmus. Oh, I really like this popping up like this every round. It really helps me name. There's the character sheet. There's the combat tracker right next to it.
So I see this guy, go over and grab the those other people's stuff and start rooting through it. And so
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I look over him and I say, "Stop fucking with those people's stuff. Get over here and put in your order with this horny waiter." And I cast lightning lure on him
He's
to
like,
pull him over to me.
I thought you were ordering my nachos. As you grab a hold of him, as he jumps back out of the way a little bit. Hey, you're supposed to order my nachos. Sparks and stuff all fly around the stuff he's holding. Well, he sees this guy asleep, fall to the ground, yawn, and fall to the ground. I think, wouldn't you? I mean, I'm a goblin. I think I would take the crit, right? He grabs the broom from the. Oh, he already has the broom. He's is it gonna give me the crit? I don't have to hit. It's an automatic crit, right? Yeah. Will it give me the crit damage? It does. Nice.
Somebody shut that fucking bard up.
Is that in
Yeah,
character?
he sucks.
Well, what is it? 3 strings? 3 strings? He's
Shit.
not supposed to be, or 2 strings, or what? He's not supposed to be that good anyway.
It's you guys look over and his lips are all out of whack for some reason. He's like milli
He's
vanilli.
lip-syncing it.
He's milli vanilli. So that wakes up
He's got his backtrack.
Starved because Starved was it doesn't I don't even have unconscious. It must have taken it off of him. That's freaking awesome. It dropped unconscious when I did damage. I didn't know it did that. All right, so the veteran is going to try to stop this Minotaur from being a snigger. Starts pounding on him. Gut check with a short sword. and longsword clubbing him, and a miss. Oh, he couldn't have done any of that. Because he was paralyzed. Ember.
All right, so I'm watching. There's 3 of them all clustered around a weak, plus a spiritual weapon, so I'm not really worried about him.
He's holding his own.
I'm moving over to that chair, and I'm sort of watching what's going on with Nystagmus in this plus-size shirt. And I'm going to hold my action. If I see any new combatants attack any of my friends, I'll use my firebolt.
And this little old lady, she's over here sweeping by the front door, sweeping all the mud that people are tracking in, and she looks over and she walks over to you and she says, "That's a mighty fine robe you're wearing." Starved. So he's like laying on the ground. He stands up. He reaches over and grabs a hold of a plate off the table and tries to smash this mile off this and misses. Corell.
All right, Krell's gonna hop back out to the middle of the room.
Like literally like a bird does, like boing.
Just gonna hop right out to there, and I'm gonna give this poor paralyzed veteran an assist.
Yeah, you see his eyes are locked. He's like, his nose is bloodied. He's like, and you take a shot at the winch, and it spins around and smacks this guy in the leg. He starts hopping around. Ow, 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 ow. And then you shoot his
Boom.
other foot out from underneath of him, and he falls and he hits his jaw right on the edge of the freaking banister, like for 25.
And then
He's all kind of confused looking.
bonus action. This one.
Yeah, because he went down low, you kind of shot over the top of him. Goes flying over in the corner.
And I'll just yell in general to back away from the edge of the pit.
Stubby leg. He's like, you know, he is so drunk and unconscious and asleep and intoxicated that I'm just taking him out. I'm just taking him out. Durham doesn't go any further, but he does turn and tell the bard. He just snatches the bard's loot out of his hands and drops it on the ground. Turn that shit off. Take an action to do that. Plus size shirt. So he comes over, finishing up the last few drops out of the table wine, and he snatches the rest of these expensive bottle of wine off of the table next to where those aristocrat people are. And he comes back over to this table, and he sits down and turns and pokes the Minotaur pretty hard in the butt and says, "I want nachos." And that's enough for the banister to go and aw, and cause the Minotaur to squirm around and twist his neck a little, like, you know. Well, this guy, he's like, ooh, an excuse to try my prowess. And what's Labyrinth Recall? What does that do? Oh, he remembers exactly how he went to the bathroom last time because he can remember any path he traveled. I don't know.
You
Gore.
can remember the path straight down to the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Yeah, so he tries to give good old veteran boy a gore and hits since he's paralyzed. So he like scoops him up with his horns up in the air, like flips him up in the air, and the veteran like goes flying over towards the edge here, catching on, this like clothing catching onto the winch a little, and is teetering on the edge here. Right, he can only do one attack, yeah. All right, so the weak one. Did Marbania get to go? Did we skip him somewhere?
No.
Not after I gave the
Wow.
Minotaur the boot in the ass.
Yeah, he was giving me help, but I haven't went. I think that's just the way the dice rolled
Wow.
for initiative, Drake. That's just the way it goes sometimes with roll initiative new round.
Well, he's trying to break
Yeah,
free.
you got a
If you get
4.
over a 9 with advantage, he can't get free.
All
Since we
right,
have
let's see
help.
if this rolls at advantage automatically, because I still got help on me, right? I think.
Yep,
Yeah, it's
Assist.
still there.
advantage
okay.
on checks and
Uh,
attacks. Yep,
Oh, yeah.
a 15, so you still got a hold of him. He cannot get out of your grip. Rude stern voice goblin. He's gonna come over here and they're gonna do the old Clockwork Orange thing on Starved. Go back to sleep, he says in Goblin, and whacks him upside the head, and does not knock him out though. Exciting pants. He's so exciting that taking him out. We know what he's doing. Squall.
All right. So is this guy fallen now? Is it just a
No.
matter of tugging him over, or?
No, he's still caught. His horn is still kind of caught in the banister. It's cracking. It's leaning pretty hard, and you can see Scuzzer back there. He's got like, pushing on him too. So.
Okay. So. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to pull him on over into the.
All right, give us a strength check. He's trying to resist
strength
with a
check?
athletics. Sorry, he's trying to resist with a
Athletics?
7. That's how. And you just 22 him. Yeah, so you plant your feet and you give him a pull, and the banister breaks free, and his like falling deal is going to be even difficult. So the banister completely just like cracks, and the Minotaur does the old what the hell? Oh, there it is. It does the old.
And I'm gonna let go of the greasy underwear because I'm sure it's probably pretty easy just to let that shit slide right out of there. And I'm headed down to the bottom of the well with him. I'm gonna kick the boots of levitation in, or the boots of flying in, and take off to the bottom of the well and end up just after he hopefully goes kersplat.
Well, he takes 61 points of damage.
He could have very well survived that.
He's got 50. That's your hit point. Where is he? He had 50 points of damage, so that's 50. was 76 is 16 from 61 is. It doesn't kill him outright, so he is unconscious as he hits the floor. Thud. Like
Okay.
hard. Like bones and shit are all like.
And so I just
And
waved
the
at
underwear
everybody.
is still hanging off of his. It's like they're like flap. You can see there's a breeze down here because it's flapping. His underwear flapping in the breeze.
Like a
Cool.
white flag for surrender.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a card then. I'm going to use Second Thoughts, and I'm going to reach down and slap him and go, hey, man, that was fucking impressive. You need to come join up with us. And Second Thoughts is use this card when you drop an enemy to 0 hit points. You spare the enemy's life and decides it becomes your ally. And we could use a crew member.
All right, so there you go. He is at. He's definitely unconscious. So I don't know what you're going to do with an unconscious friendly Minotaur at the bottom of a well, but.
Well, I'll wait and I'll give him a little healing love here in a minute. I've already used my action to pull him in, though, so I pass.
All right, so you break out some healing herbs and stuff, and you're going to give him some love.
Yeah,
next round.
healer's kit. Yeah.
So yeah, so this goblin comes running over, and they're like, "Don't." In goblin, they're like, "Don't mess with us. We're the quintuplets." You know, they try to say the name of what the bard named them, but they can't get it right. The tenors, the 4 tenors. And they starts kicking on him. Misses, kicks the door jam. Ugh. Ember.
So this veteran, is the Minotaur throwing him over the?
The Minotaur just kind of tossed him up in the air like with his gore attack, and he landed on the railing like he's like hunched over the railing, kind of face first, so he's kind of teetering on the railing. One little like mage hand might get him to flip off though. If I don't know what your intentions are.
I'm gonna move up.
Give me the paper with mage hand.
And then I'm gonna tell the Minotaur, go sit down.
So I think he just immediately drops prone, doesn't he? He just like. Do you say it like that too?
You look weird.
You will go down.
Oh, it was suggestion. Oh, I thought it was a command. Oh yeah, he goes over here and sits down then. Well, on his turn, right? Yeah. So he goes over and sits down.
Yeah.
He's like, I have completed my task. Clean Eye. Kicking his ass.
They're like, come on, let's do it.
Like, yo, they hit. The goblins took care of all of the bandits except for like 2 that were not really into the fight. Jesus, I never expected that at all.
I totally won that bet, by the way.
Yes, you did. There is 5 gold on the table still too.
50 silver.
As this Minotaur sees what's going on, and we're gonna call it as everyone kind of stops their fighting and realizes as Jernin raises his voice one more time after the 36 seconds of a bar brawl, right? That's enough, he says, and basically pumps a shotgun. You know, that's what everyone kind of hears, anyways. And I'm going to take you guys out of combat. And go ahead and unlock your tokens, and you can move them around as things go back to no more bar fight and just a tavern.
So can we throw healing potions at the Minotaur on the bottom?
I guess we gotta pay Durnan to get him back up.
No, not at all. So what Squall does is he uses a racial trait called Mingle with the Wind, and he casts Levitate on the Minotaur, and then he just flies up and tows him with him. And he's Minotaur's still kind of unconscious, so he takes him over here and dumps him in front of his buddies, casts a bonus action healing word on him, and he goes, "Man, you guys are fucking awesome, and you ought to all join the crew, but you're especially joining the crew." The guy that I rode to the bottom of the well with, and if the rest of you, if you other two want to come along, that was great.
Are you gonna give him his underwear back?
I'll buy him some new ones. These are kind of, yeah. By the way, we have to talk about your hygiene. That's different subject though.
Well, he says, well, bulls don't shit in the woods, bears do.
Yeah, we'll do bulls drink. Hey, darn it, let's get around for these guys. Hey.
All right, so you guys did a pretty good job doing that. I thought that went well. Minotaur, we'll give him a few hit points. I don't know if you healed him or how much you healed him.
Yeah, I'll give him some hit points. Let's see.
I did. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't. I mean, he fell, but all the damage that he had before he fell was just bar damage, so he would have had enough hit points to survive. I just knocked him out. All right, so things kind of slowly go back to normal. You know, the bar staff kind of wake up the unconscious and pick up the broken dishes and start cleaning up and stuff. You know, the wait staff is over cleaning up the spilled glasses all around here. The people that got robbed get their shit and quickly leave. So does some of the other patrons, you know, the lighter ones. But as you guys are milling about, one of the wait staff kind of walks up to you guys. She's old. She's been, you've seen her sweeping and stuff. And she walks up to you guys and she says, "Boy, that was an interesting fight. I wonder if you guys know where the king's at."
Are you drunk, lady? The king.
No, I clean. Me sweepy.
That was the password.
Oh, okay.
She's our
So
contact.
no, he died in '77, man.
She's like sweeping. Standing there.
I want to buy the
So
roadies
where he is,
around.
Perhaps you could tell us where the king is.
I know where he's going to be. She smiles.
That's
That's just as good.
just as
When
good.
and where?
It's easier to follow somebody if you get there
She's
before
like-
them.
She's like, maybe this isn't something we should discuss here. I'm wanted.
I can fly you down to the bottom of the pit and you can tell me there.
I have a
Or
lot
if you
to
know
tell.
a better place around here.
Is there a
I
private
do.
room?
There is a room that we should meet in. She's scrutinizing you guys pretty carefully. She says, "What do you say there?" She looks at Nystagmus.
Yeah, hold on just a second. And he like leans over and he's like scraping up his 50 silver.
It was 5 gold actually. But you can add 50 silver to your character sheet if you want. It's okay.
He put
500
down
copper.
Do you
50
get
silver.
change? She's like,
The
I have
orc put
change.
down 5 gold.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. 50 silver and 5 gold. That's true.
And then after he does that, or while he's doing it, he just kind of looks over and he says, "Yeah, this is that's something we'd be interested in. So tell us where we can meet you."
How about the war room? She says in a deeper, more intelligent voice.
And the castle and the keep, the war room.
Do we know what the war room is?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah, we were
were
just
there
there.
earlier today. Or what do we call it? The battle room? The battle room, I think.
I think it was the war room
The war
because
room?
I remembered that line from Doctor Strangelove. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. So, and he will, Nystagmus will say, yeah, he's dropped all pretense of being drunk, at least to her anyway, and he says, yeah, we can meet you in the war room.
And she's like, well, you could at least escort a old lady there.
Be happy to.
Can I do an insight check and make sure that she seems on the up and up?
I don't even think you need to actually roll it. She's definitely pretending to be something she is not. But as far as her honesty goes, you don't get any dishonesty from her. Like what she's saying, that she's going to meet you there, that kind of stuff.
So are we going now?
After we take a bio break.
She says,
Where's the midden?
you guys only have a
Well,
few
there's
days.
this big hole right in the middle of the.
She
Big
says,
hole right here. Excuse me just a minute.
She says, you only have a few days. And I recommend it.
All right, let me deal with these minotaurs. Tell them, where the ship is, and they've got free bunk out there, and blah blah blah. We probably need to get word to the captain.
3 Minotaurs are coming aboard.
Yeah, expect 3 minotaurs. Get extra large hammocks.
Extra large
We don't have
hammocks.
stables on the ship,
What's that, Maddie?
so we don't have a stables on the ship.
Make sure you get lots of hay, and add some hay to our rations. I'll go ask the bartender if they've got a note, and if he can get a note to a particular ship, and then lay 10 gold on the bar or whatever.
Yeah, he says that there's messenger services in town. He can arrange that.
Yeah,
And
it's
10 gold,
important.
he
I'll
says,
write that.
right away, sir. Right away.
Yep. Good.
He's like, 10 gold. Somebody cover my shift. He runs off and does it himself. I mean, shit. No, I don't think
Yeah.
Darren would, but he definitely could send somebody. All right, so we are going to take a 10-minute break. When we come back, we're going to find the party back at the keep. So that's where we're going to pick up when we come back. So give us 10 minutes, guys. We're going to get a drink and go pee. So we'll be back in a minute. Or 10. Countdown. Where's that button? We'll be right back. I didn't play with the table though. This button. Alright, we're back. Let's stop that. Stop it. Stop the music. Alright, so you guys get in your little coach that's been provided by the keep, and make your way back up to the Waterdeep Castle. And while you're on your way, the Minotaurs seem a little reluctant about going to the keep. Do you
No, we're sending them to the ship.
they do agree that they would love to join you on your mission. However, they do require payment as far as crew payment goes. So,
Sure,
do you
absolutely.
guys hire them as crew members to get paid and everything? All right, so
They get the same copper as the crew.
yeah, well, I will add them to your crew manifest on the voyage, and I'll just take them out of the
Sweet.
combat tracker. And so what's going to happen when you guys get back to the keep is obviously you're going to question Dory the cleaner is what she's dressed as a cleaner. She's an old lady with a broom, but Nostogamus thinks there's a little more to the eye than that.
I'm like,
for
yeah,
some
you're
reason.
just a cleaner. I'm just a drunk. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So she goes with you all the way, but she does not answer any questions yet. She might hint and tell you that she knows where you will be able to find the king, but she doesn't give you any other information until you guys get to the keep. So you're like doing your normal thing, at the keep. You got to go through the ordeal of coming in and meeting up with this person and that person, and they take you to the right place that you're supposed to be, because it's a big place, lots of stuff going on. And Dory kind of goes with you for the most part, and then when you get to like the area where you guys stay, the guest wing and stuff, she says she will meet you in the war room, and she kind of wanders down the hallway as you guys go into your guest quarters. There's guards with her, and she looks at them and they look at her, and she nods, and she walks down the hallway. So you guys are going to have a few minutes to change and do whatever you want. What's going to take place now is it's going to be a lot of discovery. You guys need to discover information. So there's multiple ways to do that. She is going to have some information. You guys will do some research yourselves to find out other information, and you can, here in the war room, and it comes off so poorly that it gives you a point of inspiration for that. It just comes off so poorly.
Awesome.
You should get inspiration for getting poop on your hands. It's just a thing.
I can poop on my hands for inspiration.
Yeah, that's all
No.
it takes. Shoot. I can
No,
have
it's
it
got to be in the
couple times a night.
form of role playing. So So if we role
Little
play it
fish
out,
poop.
and you give me a description that it's got corn chunks and all that kind of stuff in it, then maybe you might get some inspiration.
I'll come up with something.
You said toilet role playing?
Toilet? Did I say toilet role playing? TRP?
You said role playing. So
Oh,
TRP.
toilet paper roll. I get it. I get it. All right, so um, so you guys got like a 24-hour period. All right, so you get back to your rooms, you get cleaned up or whatever, put your backpacks down or whatever you guys do, and then make your way to the war room. In the war room, most of the people are gone. You know, it's not like it was earlier when you guys were here. There is the one commander that kind of is in charge of the war room kind of thing. Commander Roach, human guard, um, that can help you if you got questions and stuff. But you're allowed into the war room, and there's tons of maps and strategic stuff spread around. And you're not there too much longer when a female comes in that you don't quite recognize.
We're gonna arrange for snacks and drinks since we never did get our nachos and food at the bar.
Do you actually order from the Yawning Portal and have it delivered? Like you're that,
Uber Eats.
or do you get something from the keep?
Yeah, from the keep.
Gotcha.
DoorDash.
So in steps a couple of the escort guards that escort people around, and behind them steps a female who's wearing real fine clothing, a tri-pointed hat. She's got a rapier. She's got a little pistol tucked into her front sash of her belt. She's got like a long coat on, and under the coat she's got thigh-high boots, leather boots. She's probably she appears to be in her late 60s, early 70s. And when she comes in, she says, "My name is Lady Dorina Sternquarter. Some call me Dory the Cleaner."
Do we know what a pistol is?
You've been shot by one. It's like a small cannon. Captain Callus has a pistol. A couple of them.
Yeah, you shot me one time.
Knocked you out in the crow's nest. Left you hanging upside down. I think he shot at you guys again, too, when you were fighting him.
So
And see, I didn't unshare that. See, bad habit. Unsharing it. You don't need the old lady one anymore.
is when she says Dorina the cleaner, out of character, I get visions of Mr. Wolf. I am Mr. Wolf.
Who's Mr. Wolf?
Harvey Keitel. He's played the cleaner in 2 different movies now.
Oh, yeah, the Wolf of in Pulp Fiction, the Wolf. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. She's definitely swashbucklerly, and she says, "Gentlemen, I appreciate your attentiveness at the Yawning Portal earlier."
What's the purpose in having us meet you down there just to come back here anyway?
We suspect that one of you is a spy.
One of us.
One of you, yes.
We all look at Scuzzer.
Everybody looks at Scuzzer.
She's looking right at you too, Scuzzer. No, I'm kidding. She says, "I had to find out if I recognized any of your voices, as I only heard voices mostly when I was captive of King Tectrix."
And did you?
Doesn't seem so. Could you say that again slowly?
That again slowly.
Nope. Doesn't sound familiar.
Can you please say for me, I want you to kiss me and squeeze my nipple?
Harder.
Natural born killers.
That was a good one. But another Quentin Tarantino movie, isn't it?
I don't know if that's it. Might
I
as
don't
well.
think he did that.
I don't think he did that either.
Well, he helped or something. Somebody copied his ass because it was kind of. All right, so you guys have some questions and answers, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially
So-
because she said she was. Did she just? You just said captive by King Tetrix.
Yes.
That was Oliver Stone.
Now, do I know anything about Lady Dorina Sternquarter? Have I heard of her before?
Not that I would think that your character would. Are you of noble blood? No. Are you from the Sword Coast? No.
Yes,
Are you a
I am.
member of the Lord's Alliance?
I think
I grew up in
by
Stormcloaks.
proxy, we are.
The only person that I think might be familiar with her would be Krell, maybe. She is a member of the Lord's Alliance. So she's like, my dear Snoogums. She calls never member Snoogums. I was there when he was born. So she's a family member of Lord Neverender, the 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 guy in Baldur's Gate, or Neverwinter. Sorry.
So why were you a captive of Tentrix?
She was fighting pirates off of the Sword Coast and ended up getting captured and brought to his jail cell where they were going to try to ransom her off back to the Lord's Alliance, but she escaped. She says, it's been some time that I was kept there. I'm not sure how long, weeks, maybe a month. I remember seeing him a couple of times wandering around in the belly of his ship, his massive ship they call damn, the Golden Crown. It's more like
So,
a layer than a ship.
so Ember's gonna go over to the snack table, touch his copper band, and message over to Nystagmus. Then come back to the table.
She continues saying that she's only returned. I've only been back with my freedom, so to speak, in Waterdeep for a couple of days now. So I haven't quite got back to my normal. But boy, do I love being back in my normal clothes. Says the Harpers asked me to investigate the thought that there is a spy amongst someone that is leaking information to the Black Armada. And I heard a lot of voices while I was captive on the Golden Crown. And they thought maybe perhaps if I went to the Yawning Portal and posed as a waitress, I could listen in on y'all's conversation and then let them know if I suspected anyone of your group before they let you plan this next mission. Fortunately, I don't suspect any of you.
Does that leave a sour taste in anybody's mouth? Where's the trust, man?
Nystagmus says, that's great. I just want to go back to one thing that you said real quick. So you said that Tentrix's ship is called the Golden Crown. Is that correct? I just want to make sure that I've got that right for my notes. And he like
Yes.
flips open a little notebook.
It's a floating layer.
So you've seen it. Can you describe this ship to us?
It is actually a multitude of ships that have been pieced together to form a floating layer.
Floating in the water or in the air?
In the water. And I
The
can
lantern.
actually give you an idea where it's at. However, I can't place it exactly on the map. And I know it's extremely difficult to navigate the waters to get to it. And she brings you over to a big map on the wall, and she points on the map. But it's somewhere near this chain of islands. It's a place called the Driftwood Docks. Once you get past the docks, then you will come upon the Golden Crown. Tentrix is in his pirate lord's lair where they meet and strategize. It's also where they have a prison.
So,
So
Ember does not believe her. He thinks she is the spy. It's very convenient that she just happened to escape this fortress. And now, a couple days later, after coming back, now she's a spy hunter. So he's, I don't know if you want me to roll or what, but he's watching her intently to see if she's, for signs of the fact that she's lying or trying to mislead us or sending us to a trap. A little gleeful anticipation in her.
Yeah,
glimmer in her eye or
you
something.
can give me an insight check.
Scuzzer's trying to grasp the fact that we're after the king of the Redneck Yacht Club.
Right?
Yep. Just no plywood boat.
So Scuzzer, Ember, you listen to her and you watch her mannerisms and stuff, and you pick up that that she's covering up. You think that she's trying to act stronger than she really is. You can see she's a little weak, a little wobbly.
Did
But,
she say how she escaped?
No, not yet. She hasn't volunteered that information yet. Is that something that Scuzzer asks her? How did you escape?
Yeah. How'd you get away and get here?
Well, that took some time. I suppose I can explain. Down in the prison where I was kept, there's two cages. There's two locked, barred cages where they keep their prisoners until they either interrogate them or throw them down into the hold that There's something horrible down there. I don't know what it is. I didn't actually see the hold, but when people are thrown down there, you can hear them scream for their lives, and then it usually ends rather abruptly by some loud, large creature breaking bones and ripping flesh. She says, one of the guards had a pet monkey. His name was something on this sheet. Monkey
Gleep.
Gleep.
I'll
That's
be-
that damn. I was trying to think of that damn monkey's name not too long ago. Gleep. Space
Steve.
Ghost. Well, she gives you the monkey's name. I'll find it later. And she actually open the exterior door where the cells are. Uh, she picked the lock to the cell to get out, and then she saved up food and trained this monkey to throw food down into the pit. And while she trained the monkey to throw the food down in the pit, it made some of the guards move and look over the pit and then come back. Well, when the guards come back, occasionally they will trigger the outside door to unlock by a pressure plate outside the door. And if you time it properly and you're right there, and she did, it took her several tries. She got the door cracked open and snuck out and made her way and found a disguise and disguised herself as a pirate. She says there's always different people coming and going off of this vessel. So not all crew are always there all the time. They have like shifts.
Is
10
this
days.
vessel stationary?
It
Or does
is.
it move around?
It's stationary.
Stationary.
Now-
Scuzzer also wants
Go
to
ahead.
ask her how she got captured. Tell us that
the-
story.
They got overtaken by a demon captain named Callus and its
He's a
crew.
fucker.
Yeah, she says on a extremely large galleon that has dozens of cannons on it. She says this ship just pretty much blew apart our ship, and we were left adrift and got captured.
How long ago were you captured?
Over a month ago.
Has it been over a month since we thought he was dead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's been about 3 months plus the Greengrass Festival. Everybody loves Greengrass Festival, man.
Why
That's
would
right,
he
that
have
fucker's
a
alive.
floating fortress if it doesn't move? Why not just take over an island? Seems to add a lot of danger for no reason.
She says, that's an interesting question, and I thought of that too as I was starving myself in this hold, in this prison. Well, come to find out that he has a creature that, let me find it here. Good questions too. It says, do you know Or have you heard of the River Styx? It's a place in hell that devils and demons roam, but there's pilots that traverse this river, and these pilots have complete control over their vessels. He has employed one of these creatures, and this vessel is under its control.
So the fortress can move then.
It could, I suppose. It doesn't. For some reason, it seems to be anchored down. However, this creature,
Creature as in, didn't you just call Callus a demon?
Callus, is a devil, a fiend, not a demon.
Fiend.
Sorry.
Okay.
I get those mixed up. I say him when I mean devil, I mean demon, and demon sometimes devil. Or do we need to clarify something though? This creature, I'm looking for the individual. Well, I know it's right here somewhere. Huh. She describes this guy. Why didn't the author put a link there? Here's the description of the guy, and here's what he does, but where's the link to him? You know what I mean? DM prep. Let me see if I can find one of these things. Yeah, here we go. She describes him as probably kind of what you guys are envisioning as well. All right.
It looks a little dehydrated.
A little dehydrated. She says basically, if you're not welcome, he makes sure you leave the boat.
Is there a way to counteract him?
I suppose. Be welcomed.
So how long were you held captive?
She thinks it was over 2 weeks.
And you overheard people speaking. What was the nature of the conversations?
Different conversations, but in recent days, the conversation has turned to a wedding. Apparently, 2 crew members from this Captain Callus's crew are getting married. And they're having a celebration on the Isle of Skog in 2 days.
Did the crew ever mention the names of these two people?
Hmm.
during their conversation?
They did. I actually heard one of them speaking.
Where is the Isle of Skog? Just the big one down there by Nalanther?
Port of Skog, yeah, Skog. You know, guys, I hear that weddings are a great place to pick up chicks.
Wedding Crashers?
Ma! Meatloaf!
Oh, I made a note. Look at me go.
Baldur's Gate said we can't get there in 2 days.
I can teleport us.
What?
Harpers? Can't we get
If
them
they've
to
got a
teleport us?
teleport down there.
The two names that they give you, one of them you do recognize. She gives you. It was a half dragon. Not a half dragon, but a dragon. What's a race? Dragonborn.
Dragonborn?
Dragonborn. A dragonborn female that you served with on Scuzzer's ship. And another female are getting married. You don't recognize the other female's name.
Grace Ale.
That's the spy, our damn captain.
Why do you believe
So-
there is a spy?
Information that they have seems to be easily gotten.
What are you talking about? What information?
Not all of the conversations I heard complete words on. However, I did get the impression that King Tetris is not working alone. Someone is helping him, passing him information, communicating with him about the goings on of many different places that only and seems to be focused around information that transfers through the Lord's Alliance.
So you're talking politics? Are you talking troop movements, ship movements, freight?
I do suspect mainly about troop movements, information about ships and good places to attack and when timing is good to attack, and I heard lots of them talking, not necessarily every word, but enough to get their general speech pattern and voices down. And the Harpers suspected that there might be a spy amongst the Lord's Alliance. So as a precaution, they sent me in to the yawning portal to see if I would recognize any of your voices.
Are you coming with us to show us where this is?
I'm afraid my duties take me elsewhere. However, I am at your disposal of any questions you might have.
Did you say something about the navigation down at the Nalanther Isles being difficult?
As far as I know, if you don't know the way through the Driftwood docks, you will become part of it.
Do you know the way?
I do not. I was unconscious when they brought me through the Driftwood docks.
Do you know anyone who does know the way?
I do. I'm sure many of the pirate lords that come and go on the place know the way in. Do I know of anyone in Waterdeep that you can question? Oh no. I don't think there's anyone here unless one of you are a spy. So, yeah, I found the name. Mishan Perjalexalin is the blue dragonborn.
So when she mentions that name, I will tell everybody here in the party everything I know about her.
She's a swashbuckler type of dragonborn, a pirate, and she was kind of butch.
Dykes on bikes.
I want to ask an out of character question because I want to make sure that, yeah, the wreck that we explored was also called the Golden Crown.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I don't know.
Okay, so that's just like a coincidence, not something we need to worry about.
No, it's not a mistake. I mean, it might be a mistake on the author's side. Two places called the Golden Crown, but it's definitely called the Golden Crown right here. General features. I got it all. So maybe there's two of them. Maybe this is the new one. Golden Crown 2, we'll call it. How's that? The other
Golden
one's
Maybe they
Crown
were
saved.
2
jealous and
Electric
sank the
Boogaloo.
first one.
Well, this one has an all-you-can-eat buffet, so it's a little different.
It's been upgraded.
Chocolate fountain.
Running water.
Yeah, chocolate fountain and
As
And
long
on
as you're
Tuesdays-
gambling, the food and drinks are
and
free.
on Tuesday it's crab leg night. $12.99. All you can eat. Golden Corral. That's what we're talking about, people. If you don't get it. So a wedding in Port of Skog. Scuzzer, give me some pirate intelligence. Something. What do you got?
Did you hear if the king was going to be at the wedding?
Absolutely. He is supposed to
Or did
make
you
a
want history or
speech.
something?
You got history? Are you proficient in history?
No.
So that's the same thing then. That's why I said some pirate thing. You got something you could pull out your ass that you would know something about a place.
Insight, investigation, perception, survival.
You're like, this is
No.
cool. I've never actually looked at a big map like this before. You're
Right?
like, what did they do this? What did they put this map on? You're checking out the paper. Not even paying attention to what's on it. Hey, this is nice paper. The only other person I think might know something might be Krell.
I'm trying to figure out how he's probably more familiar with that area because it's closer to his home. So he would have spent a lot of time pirate hunting in and around.
Well, one thing I could tell you that he knows about the recent events in Netherland, or however you say it is not a place to go pirate hunting because you are well outnumbered. Well, I mean it's pirates galore, pirates galore. Now, Port Skog uh, is rumored to be a free port. You know what I mean? Not like owned by any particular pirate or ran by any particular pirate lord.
So I assume sailing in under the Lord's Alliance flag wouldn't be a good idea.
No. I mean, if you guys wanted to get sunk and captured, then yeah, hell yeah. Perfect plan. But I'm I'm personally thinking if you guys are going to make the wedding, I don't think you have a ship fast enough that can get you all the way down there from Waterdeep.
No.
So
Would
other
require
means of
teleport.
transportation need to happen if you're going to make your way down.
Need to get them harpers.
Hmm. Yeah, you
What,
probably need to get some
what
noble help.
exactly, specifically, are we supposed to do when we get there? Take the dude out? I mean,
Oh, you
They
don't.
said they wanted him to bring him back unconscious.
Your characters
So
are
does
actually doing this
Okay.
research on their own currently. They're not involving, the Lord's Alliance people yet. I mean, there's the major, or I call him Major Roach, running around. But
so
Well,
is
do we?
the king supposed to be attending this wedding? Does she know that? Has she
she
heard
does
that?
know that. Yeah, she already. Somebody already asked that. She does know he's going to be there.
Him and Callus both?
She doesn't know about Callus,
Does she know where in
but
the port
supposedly
or
it's
on the
supposed to
island?
be. It's supposed to be a very big event. And does she know where? Yes. Well, she says it's a place called the Keel Hall. Is where the wedding's going to take place.
Keel Hall?
Yeah,
That's okay.
like you
Painful way to go.
get drug
Like
under
being
the boat.
Keel Hall. Yeah.
Terrible,
Dr-
terrible
drug-
pun.
The Keel Hall. So, that's something that you guys can do some research on. Is find more information about the port of Skog if you want. Not something that you're going to have here in the battle room, too much information. But you could go to the library, go around town and ask questions. You guys got roughly 24 hours or so, you think.
Yeah, the wedding's in 2 days, right?
Yeah, you got a couple days, so. But somehow you got to figure out how to get down there, how to get to, if you could get teleported to Skog, or if somebody nearby and you could.
See if we can find any maps of the city so we know what we're looking at before we get there.
Yeah, what's the rules on teleport?
That's an Ember thing.
Yeah, how much detail do you guys need on teleport is the question.
I don't know. We've got a crystal ball in the ship. We ought to try to scry these folks.
Well, I think if you scried on the place and then teleported, you could actually get somewhere near.
There's a table for depending on how familiar you are with the area.
Yeah, I know there's a teleport table. It's not too rough either, I don't think. I mean, if somebody described the area to you, what's the chance of mishap?
So a description, mishaps are pretty high. It's a 43% chance of a mishap.
Ooh. So you want something better than what she's given you.
Scrying, when you're what they call very familiar, then you have a 5% chance of a mishap.
Yeah. Or if they've been there before, then it's.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you know the area, well, that's considered very familiar.
Well, I don't think any of you guys know anybody that teleports to and from the port of Skog. Or has teleported there before. You don't know, but but finding information out or scrying on a location may be an option for you guys. So
Did she get any indication that like all of the pirates were going to be gathering at this, or was it just the
a
lords?
lot of the pirates and all of the pirate lords from the Black Armada are attending. Which she
So how the
says
heck are we
they're
supposed to get him
And we're just gonna
in that
walk in
armada?
there.
she says perhaps that wouldn't be the time to capture him. However, I would suspect that a lot of them, when they leave, they will go back to the Golden Crown. So maybe you guys can follow them somehow.
Or wait in the Golden Crown?
It's a Black Ops. It's a Sealman mission, Frogman mission.
Have
Seals.
dump us off in the ocean somewhere nearby and swim in the harbor?
Yeah, pull him right out of his ship,
We don't need
right
to
out
sail
through
in.
a portal. Yeah.
Yeah, she suspects there's going to be hundreds of pirates at this wedding.
So I think it's more a case of let's see if we can find him and then follow him. And then maybe
She says with a little
take
bit
him
of
out.
work, some of you guys could look like pirates, and she winks at Scuzzer.
I might be recognizable though.
Well, maybe you need to trim your beard.
shave.
Nystagmus goes, "Arr!"
Put your fin down. All right, so you guys kind of stay up milling about a little bit, but eventually you guys all wander off to your own.
So when she leaves, then I will say, so what do we think about destroying the fortress while everybody's at the wedding? That way they have nowhere to come back to.
Do we have a way of getting to the fortress?
I mean, I can fly, but that
It
doesn't
would
help.
be the same way we have of getting to the port.
Do we know where the fortress is?
Well, the only description you guys have of the Driftwood docks, which is near the fortress, is it's in a chain of islands. So you don't have the exact pin location on the map like I'm showing you. You only have a general description of the island, chain of islands. So yeah, you could search these islands and see if you can find it.
Pull out your crystal ball.
However,
Is there
you
any
do
way-
know that your mission was to capture him so he could be questioned. And you guys suspect that something is telepathically killing people you have questioned in the past when you bring
We're
up
not supposed to question him.
certain kinds of information. So if he gets wind of someone that, trying to break in, he could get, because he knows a lot of information. Now, if he's the one passing the information, is the one telepathically killing people or not, you don't know. He is a squid head, He's like an octopus face. Remember what he looks like? I can share stuff now, not have to worry about unsharing it later. And his little buddy.
So I guess the question is, how do we capture this guy without him knowing that we're capturing him and taking him for questioning?
So
That is
Drake,
a
I have
good
a
question.
for you.
Go ahead.
So I shared the crystal ball of mind reading, and it says you can use an action to cast detect thoughts while you are scrying with the crystal ball. Does it give? Are we allowed? And it has the spell in it. Do I have to cast the spell scrying myself, or can I use crystal ball to cast the spell scrying and then cast detect thoughts if I want?
No, if the way I see this, you can use an action to cast the detect thought spells while you are scrying with the crystal ball. So if you have the crystal ball active and you're using it, you're attuned to it, you can use an action to cast detect thoughts. So you're looking through the crystal ball and you see, you know, the Sea King Tetris, so you can detect his thoughts if you want while you're looking at him.
But do I have to cast the spell scrying myself, or can I use a crystal ball to cast that spell as well?
It says while you are scrying with the crystal ball, so you need to look at the crystal ball and see what it says. Oh, this is the crystal ball, isn't it?
Because scrying is a 5th level spell. I can't cast 5th level spells yet. But if I can do it with the crystal ball, then we'll be fine.
I think it actually lets you use the scrying spell as the crystal ball. Oh wait, it says scrying is a spell such as a crystal ball, a silver mirror, or a font filled with holy water. So this is not just a regular crystal ball. This is a crystal ball of mind reading. It's a special one. I say if you're attuned to it, you can use it to cast scrying.
Yeah, it is a legendary item.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's a. You have to be attuned to it, and you can use scrying and detect thoughts as an action while you're looking through it. So scrying, choose a creature that is on the same plane of existence. Has to make a wisdom saving throw. How well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have with it. If the target knows you're casting a spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily. You do suspect that this might be a dangerous thing to do on your target. You know what I mean? If indeed he's killing people with his psychic ability, and you make a link with him magically, he could turn out ugly. If that's what you're thinking. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
I'm just trying to figure out how we go down there, get him out, and get him back up here without getting detected. Without having to fight our way through
Scrolls.
all of them.
Teleportation scrolls. Is there a group teleportation scroll?
Well, it teleports up to 8 people, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 willing creatures.
I mean, you pretty much kind of suspect that you could get a couple of scrolls. Who can cast teleport off a scroll? Ember, right?
Bard, sorcerer, wizard.
So Ember or
Nystagmus.
Nystagmus can use it.
Yep.
It's a 5th level spell, so you'll be upcasting it.
7th.
Or 7th level, so you'll be upcasting it. So you need to look up the scroll, fail chance deal. Now, if you take somebody with you that could cast it, then you won't have a chance of failure. So,
Who do we know that could do that?
Nanny Poo Poo.
Nanny Poo Poo?
I don't know.
She's in Chult, man.
Granny Salt Lick. You don't know.
Does Doreen, did she see the king and his little pet?
Did she actually see them? Yeah, she would have seen them.
So can I use minor illusion to be sort of like a police sketch artist? I want to be able to get to know his little pet so I can scry on that thing. That combined with my ring of shielding, so I can make a minor illusion of it, and then as she says, well, no, it should be skinnier, wings should be bigger. I can sit there and craft the illusion until it's close to or exactly what she saw.
I was just gonna say a 17, huh?
Is that what it was? Is that what it is? A
And it's an
teleport?
ability check, meaning you don't get any skill bonuses. So it's pure intelligence or charisma or whatever.
And Gorgio, level up.
Yeah, we should definitely take somebody with us, like a Harper or something, that can cast that.
Or they can give us like 10 scrolls and we can burn through them.
And just
Yeah,
keep
this
trying.
is about
Read this one. Right? Now take it
Read
easy.
it,
Slow
crumble it
down.
up, throw it away. Read another one, crumble it up, throw it away. We're on our 10th one.
Now, would guidance and bless help that?
I don't think so. I'd have to read the guidance spell.
Let's see. Guidance.
Guidance.
I don't think add a D4 to one ability check of its choice.
Oh,
And what about bless? Because if I have
And-
bless and guidance, that's a straight 50-50 chance for me.
the monkey's name was Monkey.
That's attack roll and saving throw only.
This isn't Tentrix's
Just
one.
Monkey.
This is the one that she. I found it. It's Monkey. There it is. She tells you it has a little hat and it likes to throw stuff.
Yeah, bless and guidance are both concentration spells. Can't do them both at the same time.
Bless wouldn't
Sneaky.
help anyway.
Yeah. But enhance ability would it not?
Does it allow you to go above 20?
Let me look here.
It does fling poo. It's expert. Has sharpshooter flinging. Sharpshooter poo flinging.
Yeah, enhance ability. Fox's cunning gets advantage on intelligence checks.
Ooh.
That's big.
Yes. And that's a level 2 spell. I've got it.
Yes. So I would give him, is it concentration?
It's concentration up to an hour.
And is that only cleric?
Nope, sorcerer, bard, cleric, some druid, I think.
Bard,
So
cleric,
if we really
druid,
wanted
sorcerer.
to, we could get a couple scrolls of that.
Couple of
Yeah,
whacked out
Stagmus can
fucking
cast.
druids to come along with us.
No,
Now,
get a
wait.
couple of
Stagmus can
scrolls.
use the scroll.
Yep.
Stagmus can use the
Yeah.
scroll, and then you can cast guidance, and I have a +5 to my intelligence mod.
Well,
So
not
that's
not only that, it says you make an ability check using your spellcasting ability, right? I've got those earrings that give me +5 on a charisma check, which is my spellcasting ability.
once, yeah. So you can do it once, and then when we need it,
And I
to
can
get out.
cast Eagle Splendor on you.
and I can do it to get there. Because that you would definitely have a better chance than I would at that point.
Yeah, but we still should have 3 or 4 of them just in case. So we get the ball, the crystal ball, and
We're gonna
We-
scry on the pet.
we're gonna scry it to find out where they're at, get a location. We've got to get there. So should that be done in front of the Harpers that are gonna? They've got the. Should we take the crystal ball to the teleportation circle in the
Well,
castle ward where we went before?
A teleportation circle is not going to help you because teleportation circles are connected to
Oh, connected.
other
yeah.
teleportation
permanent.
circles. So you can you have just as much chance standing here teleporting out than you do the teleportation circle.
We
So we
just
can
need
do it right
some
from the ship.
scrolls or something, wherever.
So where is it you guys want to teleport to?
Port of Skog.
Wherever the king is.
Yeah, Port of Skog is
Well, you
free
know the
port.
king's going to be at this wedding in two days. Well, another day, almost a day and a half.
But if we can get there now, we
don't
can look around a
know-
little bit first.
You don't know exactly where he's at currently, is what I'm trying to get at. So you can try to teleport to where he's at currently, but there's a pretty good chance of failure.
Let's
No,
just get to
if
the
we
Port of
scry
Skog.
on his little pet, we know where he is and go to him. And capture
So
him.
that's what I'm saying. Do you want to go to him currently while he's wherever he's at now, or do you want to go to him while he's at the wedding?
Well, realistically, he's getting ready for this wedding and doing everything else. Mechanically, as far as the game goes, I don't know if they can factor that in, and if that matters. But right now, he will probably be on his way there. On his only all we had to deal with was whatever's on his ship. If we wait until the wedding, we have to deal with everybody.
Yeah,
that's at the wedding.
it's only like a day away.
I thought each hex was a day.
No, 2 hexes is a day. Well, it depends on how fast your vessel is too. The voyage 2 hexes was a day. So he may or may not be on his ship on his way there. Or he could be staying there, you don't know. I was looking to see where his little imp thing or whatever is. You'd think they would have put it on his NPC sheet, but no.
My guess is
It's
it's homunculus. Although
Yeah,
they
it
always
is
have wings.
it is a Hermoculus. I remember that. It definitely is a Hermoculus. So let's take a look at one of those things and see. HOM Hermoculus. Here's one. All right, so they are constructs. So can you telepathically telepath on a construct?
I'm not telepathic. I don't have to communicate with him at all. I just need to know about him.
Scrying.
The crystal ball you're talking about does do detect thoughts. I don't care about detecting thoughts. I just want to scry on them. And I have my ring of mind shielding, which I put in the chat, by the way. So, in theory, it shouldn't be two-way. They shouldn't be able. They may be able to detect somebody's scrying on them, but they shouldn't be able to do anything back to me.
And you get him Uncle Creepy just to hide in the closet and peek out.
Well, she doesn't really have a good description of the homunculus as much as she did of him.
All right. So, and I'll still do the same thing with him, as far as the minor illusion. Try to get a good idea of what we're looking for.
That's what I'm saying. She can't really give you a good description that's going to give you a likeness or picture kind of save or anything like that.
Of either one, the king or the pet.
Well, yeah, she's seen the king, so she can give you a likeness of the king if you want to scry on him. But that is up to you guys.
And I'll also do the same thing. Did she see anybody else? Did any of her jailers did any of the higher level people interrogate her?
No, she
Any of the
wasn't
second in
interrogated
command?
yet. She got out before she got interrogated. So she woke up in the jail cell and did see the king, walk by or something, or he came in at one point while she was in there. So she knows what he looks like. She didn't get a good look at the little pet he had. It was a hide knife under his tentacles, under his beard.
And where we are now, is there a library at all?
In Waterdeep, yeah, plenty of libraries. Like the Keep library is pretty good.
So I want to be able. I want to look and see. Would I be able to find out if simply scrying? I know that there's a chance somebody can tell if they're being scryed upon. But is there any way that telepathically over such long distances anybody's able to do anything? Have I heard any instances of that or anything?
Well,
And
the
if
library
so, my
doesn't.
mind.
The library won't have too many specifics on that on the recent events, but the rest of you have heard people dying when they get questioned. Just blood shooting out of their mouth or ears and falling over dead. It's happened on multitude of occasions, and the Lord's Alliance is,
But couldn't that just simply be a guise? Geas, geese, however you pronounce it.
They don't think so. They think it's some kind of telepathic force that's killing them. Something very powerful telepathically is in communication with these creatures and killing them. Yeah, that's what they suspect, anyways. So something that can reach across the planet and kill somebody, or they're they may be next to them. They don't know who it is, But anytime somebody is questioned about activities taking place with the pirates and the Kraken Society, particularly the Kraken Society, things go thud, dead. And if the king is the one doing it, you don't think it's probably a good idea to try to get through his telepathic stuff, you know what I mean?
So unless we have another plan, what I suggest is I use the crystal ball. The way the scrying spell actually works is I create sort of like an invisible sensor, an invisible ball within 10 feet of him. I can then see through that ball. So I propose I scry on him, immediately find someone else within 10 feet of him, get a good look at that person, stop the scrying spell as soon as possible, within 30 seconds, 2 or 3 rounds mechanically, and then scry on that second person to get an better idea of the area so we can teleport there. I still think with my Ring of Mind shielding, I will be protected from whatever it is that's doing it, but this way we would lower the risk. Because it simply says if the person saves against the scry, the target isn't affected and I can't use the spell. So it just doesn't work. There is no indication of if they know they're there or things like that.
Yeah, I don't have a better idea.
I don't either.
Me either. Sounds like the best plan to me.
So we have a week to think about it, unless we want to go late. But that would be. What choice do we have?
Scuzzer's thinking about this spy, and he wants to look around at everybody and just throw it out there that does anybody else think Jaraxel might be on the take?
I don't know. Do you want me to ask him? And I pull out my little sending stone that he gave me.
I think this is beyond Jaraxel's concern. If it would aid, if it would help him to help this king in a couple situations, then he would not be against it. You know, he would help him, but I don't know that Jaraxel cares about what's going on in this particular case.
I'm just thinking it would not be in his best interest to have a bunch of mind flayers come and harvest everybody on this planet. You know.
Well, does he know
He
that's what's
seemed pretty
going on?
interested.
He does now.
What do you
If
mean
we told
now?
him.
Oh, you guys
told
told
him.
him? You guys did tell him that?
Yeah, we opened
think
up
you
about
did, yeah.
everything to him.
He does now, so yeah, he might be interested. Then again, maybe he's working with him. Maybe he's mind controlled. You don't know.
I think that's the best bet. I think scry to get a location, get us teleported down there. For you to attune to that thing is what, a 4 hour round trip to unattune, attune, use it, unattune, and tune and attune again.
It's
I would probably just stay attuned with it for a while.
Okay, so
But
it's
yes,
2 hours.
2 hours. Unattune to one thing and attune to something else.
So we need scrolls quickly. If we can get there, we can just kind of blend into this Freeport City, look around a little bit, maybe come up with a better plan once we get our eyes on what we're looking at. You know, where is this event? Where can we get him alone? You know,
so the next morning, right? You guys wake up and you guys are in your little common area, right? Discussing this. And one of the staff members comes in. They said that I lost my train of thought. That you guys can meet with the Lord's Alliance.
I'd rather not. If there's a spy, on
That's true.
Lord's Alliance.
Well, that's what they're asking is do you want to meet with anybody? Who do you want to meet with? The Lord's Alliance, meaning Lady what's her face, is the one in charge right now.
Volo.
Do we think they would give us some of these scrolls we need?
That's up to you guys to figure out if you think your characters would think that or not. It's not a DM answer. Do your
I don't
characters
know.
think that?
I would trust the Harpers, go to them and ask them if they can get these scrolls for us way before. I don't even want the Lord's Alliance knowing we're leaving.
I'm with Squall
That's
on that.
that's just my thoughts, you know.
Well,
Yep, absolutely.
that is kind of hard to do because you're here under. I mean, this castle is the Lord's Alliance, you know.
Right.
But kind of hard to take off without somebody knowing that you're leaving, especially the lady of the castle, the Lord of Waterdeep.
Well, Laurel Silverhand,
Yeah.
I would probably trust her.
Well, that's what I'm
I think
saying.
she's thousands
She's
of
the
years old or
one
whatever.
that you guys can talk to if you want. Just her.
Oh yeah, I
if
think
you
we could
want.
tell her, and tell her that there's a suspected spy. I'm sure she's not the spy.
I'm sure she knows. I'd say Captain, what's her name? Cleaning lady. Harvey Keitel.
Captain Cleaning Lady.
Yeah, I think
Captain Cleaning lady, yeah.
I think Doreen the Explorer is the one who's the spy now. Captured
Well-
and then suddenly freed, escaped, and came across the seas by herself. And now all of a sudden, looking for a spy.
I like how you're filling in the story that you don't know with your own stuff. You don't know how
You know
she got
what?
back. You don't know the
It's a
details.
plausible explanation.
It
you
is.
know?
She totally could be lying to you. Absolutely. She could be mind controlled as well. You don't know. But she did give you some pretty good information. Is it a trap? It's a trap.
We don't know.
It's a
We don't know if
trap.
it's good information. She gave us information. How
Right.
valid it is, we don't know.
I always think everything is a trap.
It's a trap.
This is why I'm still alive.
Yeah.
So you guys want to meet with a lady? Ask her some questions?
I think that's
Uh,
okay.
I mean, they don't have like a vending machine that you can get scrolls of teleportation out of here either, you know?
Right.
So somebody's going to have to give you scrolls of teleportation now. Who do you think can make that happen?
Laurel Silverhand.
Absolutely. She probably has them on her. She is a.
Let's,
she could probably
and we need
teleport
a
you to
couple
where
of
you want to
those,
go. She is a
Eagle
very
Splendor.
powerful wizard.
Modify ability as well? Or do you know that? Yeah, Nystagmus, you don't know the spell, do you? Yeah, so
No.
we need a couple of those as well. But that's only second level, so that's a lot less expensive.
Yeah, I'd need it. So you've got enhanced ability, Nystagmus?
He can use
No.
the scroll. He can
Okay, right.
use the scroll. And you can
Okay, and
cast
I can use guidance. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Or Krell can just go around killing a bunch of things, level up, take a level in cleric. Would be gold.
I've got the wisdom for it.
And meanwhile, I'll roll up another character for next week in case I get fried. brain fried.
All right, so for planning next week, since we're coming to an end here, I'm going to set up that you're going to scry on the King's Homunculus. Is that what you're doing?
I think we just scry and get a location that we can, someplace in the dark recesses of Port Skog or whatever. Just find a location and show it to Laurel Silverhand in the crystal ball and say, teleport us there with these scrolls. Thank you very much. And then we just kind of, matter of fact, you could take the crystal ball with you and then scroll on the homunculus once we get there.
So my plan was to, because you said I couldn't scroll on the homunculus because I didn't know enough about him.
Oh, I didn't say
My
you
plan
couldn't.
was to
I didn't say you couldn't.
scroll.
I said that you wouldn't be familiar with him, so your chances, on the chart are less. you know, he wouldn't. He would probably have some, you know, resistance to it since you don't have a good look at it. But I didn't say you couldn't. I just say it's you don't have a good look at him.
So I might try that, but if that doesn't work, or even if that does work, the goal was to, as soon as the scry starts, it sets up within 10 feet of the target. My goal was to find anybody else within that 10 feet, study that person for as short of a time as I possibly need to then drop the scry and start again on this new person that's not the king or his homunculus, and then study the area to get us to teleport there.
And you're
Because
gonna do
scrying is
that,
a ritual.
and it really boils down to time, exactly what time we're gonna do this, because then I'll know exactly where he's at and what he's doing. So, is that something you want to do first thing in the morning, or did you guys need to get some scrolls together and talk to other people and do that?
What I would do is I would try to attempt his homunculus in the middle of the night first, whenever I think he would be asleep. So that way I'll be able to, because if I can do that, then we don't have to worry about all the rest of it.
All right, so you're gonna wait till tonight to do it.
Yes, whenever the next sleep cycle.
So you
would
guys
be,
have your full
if
day, because
everybody
you guys
agrees
just
to it.
woke up. I mean, you're having breakfast, you know.
So in the meantime, we need to talk to Laurel Silverhand
Yeah, still need our
alone.
scrolls. Yep.
Alone. Let her know we need these scrolls real bad. We're going to get this guy. We're bringing him back. That's why we need the scrolls. You know, it'd be helpful if she could send us one way, and we'll get ourselves home when we're ready. But and then start preparing for the scrying and everything else, and then we'll go to our ship. And tonight we'll scry on these folks, get a location, have her meet us at the ship. She could teleport us out from there if she'll go along with this.
Now the other question I have, as a mechanical question, can we teleport to a moving location? So like the cabin of a ship or a room within the ship,
If
hold
the
of the ship, for example.
if the ship is stationary and you know where it's at, then yeah, you could teleport onto the deck of a ship or in the hold of the ship. If it's, you know, like out there, like the voyage, you were on the voyage when it left, so you know where it's at now. And if you teleport there and it's there, then you arrive where you think you arrive. But if the ship is not there, then you go skerplunk into the water or it fails or whatever the spell says. But if if the ship is moving, you don't know where it's at, so you can't teleport to it. But if you could scry on it and then see it and know where it's at, then yeah, you could teleport on it.
So depending on the direction of the tide, it could be turned around backwards on its anchor right now, and we could teleport 50 yards too short.
This
Yeah,
is
so,
true.
So
Yeah,
it's not
this
possible
is
to
true.
teleport on the ship right away. No, we can't do that. The way he's saying it.
Or we could arrive in a shitter
But you guys do know that the fort or
while
the
he's taking a
fortress or
dump.
the Golden
He's
Crown
got
or
his head in the
whatever
head.
is stationary. You know that that place is stationary. So
Right.
if you do scry on that place, then you could teleport to there.
I love a plan when a million things can go wrong.
So yeah, so there's basically two paths that you guys can take. You could go to Port Skog, or you can go directly to the Driftwood docks.
By ship.
Well, by teleport.
We'll never make it there by ship.
How could we get to the Driftwood docks by teleport? We don't know where it is.
Well, you scry on people that know where it's at, and then teleport there.
There's a way. There is a way.
Well, what
You
if
know, the thing about the wedding, though, there's going to be a lot of people there. A lot
You
of
guys have a
there'd be-
general idea where it's at, so you could use scrying to scry on it. Scry on the
to
monkey.
locate it.
You know, she
Yeah.
knows the monkey. She trained the freaking
Shock the
monkey. You
monkey.
could scry on the monkey, and then now you know the location. Then you could teleport to it while you're scrying. Poof, there it is. I could see the location right there. Poof,
So the
teleport.
Poof,
monkey's
there it
master
is.
didn't go to the wedding. I thought everybody was at the wedding.
You 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 don't know. You don't know.
Got to scry
I'm-
to find out.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of teleporting into the Golden Crown, because then we just wait until Tentrix gets back, ambush him, and then get it like teleported out.
Now you kind of suspect that since you're teleporting to the Golden Crown and you're not invited, then you're going to have a problem. Some guy that looks like the Grim Reaper is going to, and you haven't done any research on those guys either. So
We got today to research. We've got a general plan that goes into effect tonight. We've got the full day to research this Grim Reaper looking dude that, yeah.
yeah, I think you guys need to. I don't think you guys need to give me a direct path yet, because those are the. I'm ready either way though. So both places are prepped. Both places are ready. So if you go to the port first and go that route, or if you go directly to the Driftwood docks, they're both been played out. And trust me, if you go to one or the other, it's going to be played out like it is in the module. I'm not. Timeline is not going to affect it. This is the king of the Black Armada. It's not going to be an easy
I'm looking
task.
forward to it. No.
And
The
there's
Black Armada.
there's all kinds of help that can help you guys. So it really boils down to what route you want to go, where do you want to land, and then I'll come up with the solution for you guys.
We need to know something about it. What is so irresistible to him that he could never walk away from it once he set his eyes on it? Is it jewels? Is it women?
Who, the
What is it?
king?
The king. That's something else we need to know today.
So somebody wants to research King Tetris, his background, and what information you guys can find out about him?
What does he have a love for, like pearls or whatever, that if he saw something, he would want to get his hands on it?
Oh, he does have flaws, stuff like that. On his NPC sheet even. Doesn't have his homunculus's name, but has his flaws on there.
His name calls him Lumpy.
It's on here. I saw it on here. I just, sometimes they put stuff in the kind of the wrong spot. I don't know. How much information do you think Scuzzer has on this guy, on the Black Armada? I mean, most of you guys are just hearing about this Black Armada. I think Krell would have heard of more about the Black Armada than maybe Scuzzer, because Scuzzer was a pirate but not a member of the Black Armada. So
No, I was with Callus, and I don't know how long Callus has been working with this guy.
recently, since a little incident put him in a bad spot that he had to make a deal.
He needed some cash.
Well, he kind of got killed, so he had to make a deal.
Oh yeah, he got killed too.
For soul coins.
So yeah, that's a thing. So just give it some thought, guys, on over the next week,
Yep.
and then when we pick up next week, we can kind of jump into this. But I got a lot of details worked out, so if you guys got questions and stuff, I should be able to find them a little bit faster. Port of Skog, or the Driftwood docks? Do you guys want to go to a wedding first and then like follow him back? Or do you just want to like, surprise, we're here? And hopefully whatever this thing is nice to us. We brought cake. We're the neighbors. We brought a pie. I don't know. So what you're gonna end up finding out is you can't teleport onto the crown.
So I guess we're going to a wedding.
Yeah, follow him after that.
The Grim Reaper dude is pretty baller when it comes to his ship. He can eject you, so if you teleport, you get ejected. Pew! Or the spell fails. I think the spell fails. So you're like, oh, we're almost, look, we're almost, and then you get yanked back on the transporter pad, back onto the ship. You're like, fuck. So yeah, so you guys will be able to teleport right outside of the keel hall, which is the inn and tavern on Port of Skog. I'm assuming you guys are going to go in disguised. How disguised are you
Scuzzer's
going
gonna need
in?
a good one.
How?
Like
We
magically?
have a Birdman, a Fireman,
Well, I mean,
a
there is
Waterman, and a Fishman.
there is polymorph. I mean, there are ways to disguise yourselves too. You have
I'm definitely gonna need a good one.
before you guys leave, you have the access. You have access to some powerful people. So a
You get
couple
the
of
fake
spells.
glasses and a nose and mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alter self. You got disguise self. You got.
Yeah, I think we need some scrolls or rings or something that
Invisibility,
would.
if you guys just want to go in invisible.
How to disguise.
I have a feeling this guy's going to have a ton of security, and we've got to get a way to get him into a room with limited security. Like, let's say he likes diamonds, and we get there a day early, and we drop a hint to some people that, we've got some diamonds we came across, and we want to sell them, and we let that just kind of circulate around a little bit, and then try to set a meeting up with him and say, look, you can't bring your whole damn entourage. You can have 2 of your security guys or whatever, and then just get him in a
Lure 'em
room
in.
and lure him in and get the fuck out. Bash a head or two, maybe.
There will be solutions.
So I mean, even if it's him and 2 security guys, that's 8 people. Teleport back and then kill his 2 security guys.
You guys got some research to do too. I think some of your questions might be security related.
I'm gonna go use the computer in the library.
Yeah,
and
can I Google this? I want to Google. I mean, right now you could Google it, but believe it or not, the Call from the Deep's not a Wizards of the Coast main, and there's not a ton of information on it.
Hey Siri.
Sea
Yeah,
King
no
kind of looks
doubt.
like the Pirates of the Caribbean dude, so we can just look that up for reference.
Yeah, so next week we are crashing a wedding, and these guys are going to get prepared for their Mission Impossible style wedding crasher. They're gonna the king of the Black Armada, who is pretty much taken over the waterways on the Sword Coast, has got a warrant for
His apprehension.
capture. Yeah, and you guys are been issued bounty hunter tags, so by the Lord's Alliance and the Lady of Waterdeep to capture this guy for questioning, but he can't know. You can't question him. So they prefer him
We're also going to need to
unconscious.
find out. We're also going to need to find out if he's like a spellcaster or a fighter.
We just need to put him to sleep. We need some kind of a poison that will put him to sleep and make him
Yeah,
sleep
so
until we
I
can get him
think
back here. So he can't volunteer any information either.
I think next week you guys need to do a little information gathering too.
Yep.
A little skill challenge maybe. We'll just let you guys roll shit and see if you come up with information. Sounds like a plan to me. All right, that's it, guys. We're gonna end the stream. Who's all still there? Who can we raid? Anybody? Nobody? DM Quicksilver? Let's go raid Clump.
Quick on. Yeah, he's on.
Why does
Thank
it
you,
have
Drake.
to be
I appreciate
such
your
a,
hard work.
such a hard one to type?
Yeah, thanks, Drake. And everybody else. It was
Thank
a
you.
fun night. And Gorgio.
All right, here we go. Rating in 8 seconds. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week.
Later.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Cool. All right, Drake. I'll see you Thursday night.
Yeah, man. Have fun. It was a good
Yep.
session. And some bar
Yep, you
fight
bet.
and then some espionage.
Oh, we got some heavy hitters for the crew, and yeah, it was a productive session, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later.
Later.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Night.